You are now listening to a member of the Disney Podcast family. Head over to Disney Podcast Family on Instagram to see all the latest posts for this show and links to other great Disney podcasts.
Hey, I'm Ray Parker. I played Darth Maul in The Phantom Menace and Solo, A Star Wars Story, and G.I. Joe, Snake Eyes, and you're listening to Disney Universe Podcast.
We would be honored if you would join us.
To infinity and beyond!
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all!
You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
But you have heard of me.
I only hope that we never lose sight of one thing. That was all started by a mouse.
Hey everybody, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Welcome to episode 147 of the Disney Nerds Podcast. This is one of your favorite Disney adult podcasts, brought to you by awesome Disney adults as myself, Joey. Of course, my awesome co-hosts are with me, Alex and Ryan. How you guys doing?
Hopefully one of your favorite, or at least top 15. Or if it's your least favorite and you're a dedicated listener, we appreciate that as well. I'm doing good.
Everybody here is in the top 5. How's that?
I accept.
It's like MySpace, top 8.
Yes. Where's Tom at?
Yeah.
Yay.
I didn't have MySpace. I'm not that old.
MySpace was around the last time Seattle won a Super Bowl, I think. But
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't been alive for San Francisco winning one, so I don't even care.
I don't think that's true.
It is. The last time they won was 93 or something, 94?
94, yeah. You were not alive.
Yeah, I wasn't even alive.
That's okay. But you'll be alive for this one.
Yeah, no, you guys deserve it this year. You guys have kicked ass all year.
Otherwise, we'll have to unalive you.
But I don't know about you two, but I heard another voice. Could that be the legend himself, Jungle Cruiser, coming from the AZ?
JC and AC. We don't have AC right now. It's actually kind of cold here. But yeah, what's up, everybody? How you doing?
Good, man. How you been? Nice to see you. As our listeners will be listening to you, they won't be seeing you, but
they'll be seeing me at Disneyland if they go to Adventureland Day in March. But yeah, been good. How you guys been? How's the DU been?
Been good. I think we all have had trips to the parks in at least the last 3 months, and getting cold up here in Sacramento. I'm sure it's cold across the border.
It sucks, dude. Yeah, it sucks.
Excited to hang with you. I was excited to find out you were coming on today, and I actually got you something at the parks last time I was there. So I'm gonna have to get your address, and you can show all the listeners what it was when you receive it.
Sure. I can't wait to see it. I don't even know what that is, but no, glad to have you here. JC, of course, Alex and Ryan. This is our Christmas / year-end show, and I really wanted to have a Jungle Cruiser come in because he's got some plans coming up, and I thought it'd be a good time to have him share. We'll do that soon. But before we get to the show, this is going to be your typical cliche end of the year kind of episode. We're going to be talking about some of our favorite stuff, some of our favorite Christmas memories. Ryan's got a really cool, at least I hope it's cool. No, I'm just trip report from his recent Disneyland and, can I say, anniversary trip. So
yeah, and father-in-law birthday trip. It was a big old celebration trip.
Very cool. Can't wait to hear about it. But of course, we got our mousekeeping. So of course, we could not do the show without some very, very cool people that we love very much. And I have no problem to say that. But Alex will give them a shout out right now.
It's my favorite part of the show. Favorite names I like to say is the DU Crew. The DU Crew, you can join too over at patreon.com/DU Crew. And it is as follows: Sean, John, Alfredo, Sasquatch, Jen and Jen, our super fan and Florida friend, Monique, Tyler, and of course, Wedge Antilles, thank you for being part of the crew. Thank you for joining up and making this show possible or contributing to us continuing to do it because we have so much fun. And so it's good to know that people like you are out there enjoying what we're doing. And if you want to be part of that group that we keep tabs with, even snail mail correspondence, the DU crew will be receiving some postcards from me very soon. I got my addresses going out with the rest of the Christmas stuff this year. So go over to patreon.com/DU crew and 2 different tiers you can be a part of to join up and have a great time with us here on the podcast.
Very cool. And a special shout out to a friend of, I think, pretty much everybody in here, Clocky from Sent from Disney. I just got my postcard from his recent trip. So thank you, buddy. I can't wait to hang out soon. Hopefully we catch you at the Jungle Bird Sippin' Santa sometime soon.
Which one did you get?
Which mug?
Which postcard did you get? Because I think he sent out a bunch of different ones.
Yeah, crap. I was thinking the Tiki mug, but
oh, gotcha.
I forget right now. It's in my back.
My bad. I got the Stitch one. I remember which one I got.
Nice.
It's cool.
I don't remember.
I'm terrible. But if you're new to this show and you're looking for the Disney Universe podcast, you're like, hey, you haven't had an episode out since a long time. That made no sense at all. That's because we be found somewhere else. Ryan, where can that be found?
Yes, we are now a part of the Walt's Apartment Podcast Network. What did we have? There was an acronym been thrown around, right?
Yeah. Their abbreviation is WAP.
Wow. Oh yeah. It's the group chat. Yeah.
And we're DU, so together we're DUWOP.
DUWOP, that's right. I remember there was a fun thing, but I forgot. Yes, we were part of the DUWOP. So you can find us Spotify, Instagram, all the podcasters under Walt's Apartment Podcast. But if you'd like to go back and listen to some of our old stuff, you can just search up Disney Universe Podcast, and we'll pop up with the classics. And if you'd like to interact with us online, Instagram, Disney Universe Podcast, or if you'd like to watch some of our Ahsoka Tano reviews or any of our older reviews or some of Joey's ride-throughs, you can go over to YouTube and DUTV and check us out.
Sweet. Yeah, I just recently uploaded the
DUTV.
The
DUTV. That's right.
I didn't know there was a the.
Oh, no. Yeah. We're like Ohio State now.
We're the DUTV.
The
duh.
So, but regular DUTV, suck it.
But you can also check out the recent video I just put up, the Christmas Fantasy Parade from Disneyland from my trip in November. And check it out. It's fun. And definitely give it a like. Smash that button. Give it a subscribe. Do all that YouTube jargon. And we'd appreciate it. We've really boosted over the last couple months on YouTube. So
we're famous pretty much.
Not quite, but we're getting there. And also we'd love to shout out our good friends at Neverland Trading. They make some awesome, not just shirts, but accessories, apparel, and some very cool stuff. So check them out. And when you hit the checkout, type in the code DVERSE, that's DVERSE, and you'll get a nice little discount. And they got their holidays selection out. So might be a little tight before Christmas, but still give them a checkout anyways. So. And I believe that is it for mousekeeping. Nice. So it's Christmas time. You were there for Christmas. I was just
I was there for Christmas.
Yeah. So even though we're not at quite Christmas yet, though, but if you want to share with our listeners, our friends, your recent trip report.
Yes, yeah, it was nothing crazy. I did do a new thing I'll get to, which was cool. It was my wife and I and her parents came down for 3 days for father-in-law's birthday. They haven't been since pre-COVID, so they hadn't seen Galaxy's Edge or Avengers Campus, so it was kind of cool to show them around. It was I'll start. I'm here for the food. The Christmas food was okay this year. They started getting rid of some stuff early. Like the biggest thing was the Thankmas sandwich. They got rid of end of November this year instead of keeping it through. And they said they were going to replace it with a new sandwich, and there was no new sandwich. So I was a little upset because that's my favorite sandwich. But
where's that at?
Not about the trip. At Jolly Holiday Bakery.
Oh, okay.
cool thing, not trip related, but I'm just going to share because I'm excited. The city I'm moving to just got a Earl sandwich, like 20 minutes away, and so that's a very big thing for Canada because we don't really get the cool things. But yeah, I just want to share that.
So we know where you're going to be at every day.
Yes, yeah, it's like we're moving to a townhouse and it's literally like 5 minutes away.
Oh, nice.
I'm never getting skinny. I've just accepted it. I try, but no. So the new thing I did was went to Blue Bayou on my father-in-law's birthday, and we ordered one of the cakes that you can get. Have you guys done that before?
No.
It was one of the best cakes I've ever had, like ever. I've had a lot of cake.
I'm not in my head like it's not an audio podcast.
Yeah, it's so it's like a kind of like a dome shape, and it's got ears on it. So it kind of looks like a Mickey Mouse. It was
like a full size cake.
Yeah, it was like it was pretty big.
I have done the carrot cake, like a piece though, not like a full cake though. But
it's like a special event add-on you can do. Do you do it through the reservation you made?
Yeah. When we made the reservation, you could add on. So we got like a vanilla cake because that's what he wanted. It's $50. It was a little expensive, but it was delicious. So
and is cake good enough for like 4 to 6 or 2 to 4?
We did I'd say you could probably get away with 6 people, but we did 4, and I ate my piece and Ariel's piece.
Okay,
but we did quarters.
Yeah.
So you could get away with 5 to 6, but if you're hungry, do 4 people. Yeah, I did Tiana's for the first time. I wasn't a fan. We did the gumbo, and it was spicy for me. I'm not the best with spice, and we did the beignet. I prefer the regular beignets. Ours was like really wet, so I don't know if it had been sitting there for a while. But like the bottom was like
it's the type of beignets they do at that restaurant. It's that lemon,
lemon icebox cake.
Yeah. It was soggy, and I didn't like that. I don't like my food soggy. The cornbread was really good, actually. That you could have. I got that for myself, and you could have shared that between like 2 or 3 people. That's a hefty piece of cornbread. But yeah, we didn't really do everything. We did was just kind of like it was just a normal Disney trip, nothing crazy. Gingerbread churro, my favorite churro, came back. I love that. But it was just kind of cool to watch new people experience Galaxy. And my father-in-law is a giant Star Wars nerd, so it was cool to see him geek out, go on Rise and stuff, and Millennium Falcon. So yeah, it was cool. It was just a very chill trip. We didn't do any of the festival of the holidays foods. We do it every year. Like, it didn't seem like anything new that was like super. I'm like, we need to buy the pass for this. We could have done the individual things, but we just didn't. But yeah, it was just a very chill trip. Nothing crazy. Kind of just got up and went and just relaxed. And then one more trip in April with our passes, and that'll be more for the season of the Force. So I want to see that. But yeah, it was just a very chill trip. Nothing crazy. We didn't watch any shows. We were there for the earthquake, which was very interesting. We didn't feel anything, but went to buy something, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we're only taking cash." And then we went to go check on ride times, and like everything was going down. And then people just started talking like around, saying there was an earthquake and stuff. So
was this your first earthquake?
Pardon, sorry?
Was this your first earthquake you've lived through?
No, we've had one here, like one that knocked things off the wall, but it wasn't very long. But no, we didn't feel anything. Just everything started shutting down around 8:30ish or 9. So we just we started to head back to the hotel. But yeah, it was interesting that everything goes down, even though nothing's like it's. I guess it's a safety thing for sure.
Yeah, I mean, with all those rides, especially as old as they are, you got to check them. And
yeah, no, I totally understand. It's just very interesting.
Oh, and with how frequently the ground moves out here, I mean, I'd say, probably not more often than rain, but well, almost equal.
Yeah.
When you said in the earthquake, I'm like, well, when I was there in August, I was there during the hurricane, so I was going to be like, Alex, what do you got?
They don't have the earthquake ride anymore. What are you talking about, right? How many days were you there?
Like 3.5. We did 3 days, and then like till 11 a.m. the day we left. So we just went and had breakfast. Actually, I forgot his name, but I did give him a cast compliment. The shout out to our server at Carnation. So we just had a quick breakfast because we wanted to just walk around. I want to take pictures before we left. And I was like, we told him like, well, we'll get the bill. And then he brought us like an extra Ariel, an extra coffee and me hot chocolate in a to-go cup. He's like, just in case you guys want to take it when you walk around and take pictures. I was like, well, just out of his way. Didn't have to do that. We didn't ask, but that's what makes the park so special.
You don't get that at Starbucks, even the one on Main Street.
Yeah, you always got to get the road soda from the sit down restaurant. I guess they probably won't let you do that with the cocktails now, though.
No.
Yeah, Bloody Mary and some fried pickles sounds like a perfect hangover breakfast. Can do that now.
But yeah, no, yeah, it was very chill trip. Oh yeah, and received one of these bad boys, so you the listeners can hear the crunkle, but no one can see. Got one of the candy canes from Disneyland. So the deal was apparently we were supposed to go leave your phone number and then they'll text you back if you get one. It'll be like a lottery. But we just all lined up and they had like a whole bunch waiting for us to go. So it was pretty nice. Just got one right away. They were $23, I believe, Alex.
Okay.
So I was doing.
Sure, it's gone up, but it doesn't seem outrageous, especially for how big that thing is.
Yeah, no, I usually use it as a Christmas tree ornament, but I might eat this one. I'm not sure.
I mean, at some point, right? Unless you, I'm sure there's families out there who go to Disneyland every year, get one, and write the year and put it on the tree.
Oh, maybe I'll do.
Can we get some more of that candy cane ASMR up by the mic real quick, just so everyone hears that official 2023 Disneyland Main Street Confectionery candy cane.
Yes. So you don't normally eat it, Ryan?
I was talking over it. Go again. Go again.
Oh, sorry.
He's doing bad things to that candy cane right now.
That's real. That's real there.
Hey, it fits. But yeah.
You said you don't normally eat it, Ryan?
I kind of do. I usually do, but like it's impossible. The Ariel hates candy canes. There's no way I could finish that whole thing. Like walking around Disney.
You got to eat some of it. I mean, $23. I would eat some of it at least.
I might have a little licksy.
You get that fashioned into a nice shiv.
Right? You could.
Just in case things get raucous at the local Christmas tree lighting.
Maybe I just said that's the perfect size for the Violet Night. You know,
yeah.
If you don't do that to your candy canes, I think you're weird.
Maybe I should see if I can get into a shiv by the end of the show. I'll just sit here.
Make sure we need a disclaimer on this episode. Hey, and I believe speaking of libations or drinking of libations, you were able to go somewhere for some seasonal libations on this trip as well, right?
Yes. Thank you guys for the drinks. Went into the Trader Sam's, not inside, got outside, to grab the first edition of the holiday tiki mugs. I believe. Am I saying that right?
Of this particular one,
okay.
And in my opinion, probably the best Christmas mug that they've done. Way better than that stupid elephant they did a long time ago. They did it twice. No offense, I just didn't dig the elephant.
Be a great white elephant gift, though, right?
Yeah. When we all went,
white rum in it, give it as a gift.
When Corey was patient zero, when we did our little meet and greet there, the mug that I got was the Jungle Cruise Skipper Nutcracker, but I got it my peppermint bark drink, but it was in a clear glass.
And that was good.
But I know everybody loves this one the most, just look wise. So.
Do you remember what your drink was?
Yeah, I had a Mai Tai and I was buzzed. I had to go sit down and Ariel had to go get me food. I don't drink ever.
You were buzzed. There we go.
Yeah, no, I was like really buzzed. Like they put a lot more alcohol in drinks than in Canada. Like Canada, they measure to the centimeter for the shots, but this guy just poured, and I was like, yeah, she walked me to Earl's sandwich, sat me down, and went and got me food because I don't drink ever. I'm not a drinker. So
were they giving you an option of what you could have with it, or
anything? It was any drink.
Okay, because I'm sure they had a special drink to go with the mug too.
Yeah, they had a couple of holiday
soft serve Dole Whip.
Oh, sorry, Dole Whip.
Yeah, Ariel got a soft serve Dole Whip, and I got a Mai Tai. She's not drinking right now, so yeah.
And the process, did you have to wait in any line? I know it had come out about 5 days before you got there, I think.
Yeah, I think we waited like 20 minutes. It wasn't like a long line, it's just a slow line. Nice. And then we got back in line for the swizzle sticks after when I was all wooby. But yeah, it was fun. Yeah, no, it's good. I've only been there, that's the second time I've been there, so I'm glad I got to check it out. So the food looked good too. I gotta eat there sometime.
The food is awesome. I love the food at Trader Sam's.
Yeah, we had the short rib platter last time I was there, and then when I was there with Joe, the fluffy pancakes in the morning were great.
Yeah. So this is the drink menu, the holiday drink menu that they had. They had 3 specific drinks just for the holidays. The citrus apple splash,
see that,
which is the one that they say this is the drink you get with the tiki mug, the barrel. But you said you could get any drink with it. But this has Crown Royal apple. I can't.
Susie Genton, ginger syrup, lime juice, and fail rum.
Falernum. I know that one.
Yeah,
I don't know the other one, Susie Genton.
Then the next one, and that was $65 with the drink and then
and if you wanted the swizzle stick, that was like an extra 18 or something.
Oh wow. Then they got the By the Fireside, Mount Gay rum, dry vermouth, Rumple mints, Luxardo apricot, and St. Elizabeth allspice. That sounds like Christmas, definitely for sure.
Yeah, minty for sure.
That sounds strong.
Then there's liquors. Yeah, exactly. Then there's the nice list: Hamilton pot stills, Clement orange shrub, grapefruit juice, lemon juice, pineapple juice, cinnamon syrup, free foam, and cocoa real.
Oh, that sounds really good too.
Yeah, so all these do sound pretty amazing.
Because I'm assuming that Hamilton pot still is a whiskey.
Yeah, I would assume so. But yeah, that sounds awesome. Appreciate you grabbing that for us. So.
Yeah, no, thank you for the drinks. I didn't even know we got one. So I guess like, what do you want to drink? I was like,
that's one of the pluses of going a day or two later, because I know when we went previously for the for the gargoyle, when you do the mobile order the first day they release, it doesn't come with a drink. But people who go the next day and get it at the bar, it comes with a drink. So they should have given you like a $10 discount at least, but or
it's fine.
Beer from the hotel would be nice. I'll take a Corona tall can with my tiki mug.
And
it's cool.
Was there any specific food, either part of the festival of the holidays or just in general holiday, that you wanted to try that you didn't get to? Or
no, not really.
What about that new breakfast?
Oh yeah, I want to hear about that.
That's the place to eat. That's where you go for breakfast now. It's
and prior to that, all they had was the didn't they have like a breakfast chimichanga out at the coffee cart or something? I don't think there was anywhere to get breakfast in.
I don't know, but there's only 2 spots now for breakfast in DCA. That and Pim's, I believe, unless
Pim's. That was the other one.
Yeah, Pim's. But yeah, so smoke jumpers. They have I think 3 new breakfast sandwiches and a breakfast burrito. I had the burrito. Ari and I shared the burrito, and I was like, so my in-laws don't do Disney as often, so Ari and I know to share things because the portions are huge for most things. Because coming from Canada, we're not used to it. They couldn't finish their burrito. Ari and I finished our halves, but there's a big burrito. So if you guys if you eat cheap or do kids meals on the trip, or you're budgeting, go get one of these burritos, split it with your partner, and it's delicious. And they got hot sauce, ketchup. Ran into Magical Millennial in line there.
Nice. Shout out Megan.
But yeah, no, it was delicious. Although the fries it comes with, they put some seasoning on it. I don't know what it is, but that's like I'm gonna start planning DCA mornings just to go have breakfast there, because I usually just do Disneyland and I don't rope drop DCA, but I want to go a couple more times for breakfast.
Oh, yeah,
so what's in the burrito
too? So you get a couple rides in and then get that mobile order for the food. Like 9:45.
That's exactly what we did.
Yeah.
Went and got a coffee. Went and did Guardians, Monsters Inc. Went and grabbed our coffee. Went and got our burrito. It was a great morning.
You were there the day it released, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
But what's in the burrito
though? So it's like a sausage, eggs, and a hash brown. I think that's it.
No cheese?
Maybe bacon. Oh yeah, and cheese. It's very simple, but it's very flavorful. It's awesome.
It looks bigger than the one that's at Galactic Grill. I've had that burrito, and that's a good one. But that one looked even better. It
might have been because it was opening day, and everyone's gonna be taking pictures and stuff. So maybe we'll see in a month what it looks like. But it's a hefty boy, and it's not that expensive. I think it was like $8. So we split it. That's like $4 each for breakfast.
It's not bad.
Yep.
I know I wanted to try that like turkey sandwich or the turkey dinner empanada. But
I didn't see that.
I think that's at DC somewhere. I'm not sure.
Oh, well, I missed out. So I got to go back.
Yeah. Well, right on, man. Any other thing you want to add or?
No, I don't. It was very just chill trip. I'm excited for Season of the Force. I'm excited to see what foods they have for that and special merch. Because that was a fun when they did that last time in Tomorrowland. That was a fun event. I guess it's not really an event; it's a season.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna mention real quick because when I was there, my last trip was in November, and I went for Life Day. I'm only bringing this up real quick because it was just like the Star Wars Christmas. It was pretty cool. They had like lightsaber meetup at the end and a carol, like Christmas songs. But they had a new menu item for Life Day. I'm trying to bring it up right now, but it was these. I wish it was that, but it wasn't. Oh, here it is. Shout out to our buddy Mike, Star Wars Fandom Report. It's the cheesy blue orbs that they had for Life Day, and they're basically like a garlic, Parmesan covered garlic knots.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, so that was something I was able to try with my Ronto wrap because, of course, here in Galaxy's Edge, you got to have a Ronto wrap, and nothing better than the space meat. But I just want to shout out those orbs because those were pretty good, and for like 3 of them was only like $5.
Nice,
but
that's not bad. Yeah, Disney prices they just kind of seem like they don't really change much.
Yeah,
it's nice.
I mean, they do, but over time,
it's not drastic. Like everything's kind of seemed like the same. I guess they do it small chunks so we don't notice. Like how I'm not noticing right now.
5 years, I'd be interested. A little side project for our break time is seeing the difference in price in things over the last 5 years.
Let's see how much a churro is in 5 years.
What do you think a churro was 5 years ago? Like $4.50 maybe?
$3.75.
Because they're $5 now, right? Or is it $6?
Yeah, five regular, $6.50 for a specialty.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember it being like $3.75 or something.
I mean, that's not a lot, but it's still 10%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, cool, man. Well, that'll
with this consumer report in January.
Yeah, but that sounded cool. So
yeah. Sorry, it wasn't like nothing crazy. It's just a very chill trip. But Pam's test kitchen for dinner sucks. It was so bad. We got the chicken sandwich to share, and like the bun was like you could bang it hard. I had to like go back. I'm like, hey, I need a bun. And they're like, oh, we just toast them and then we leave them under the hot lamp. I'm like, can I just have one untoasted? So I had to get an untoasted bun. That wasn't good either. But yeah, sorry. Don't go there for dinner. The breakfast
was it
good,
more
though,
expensive too?
because I had to get a new bun.
No, just in general. The bad meal was more expensive. That's just
no, we split a kid's meal, so it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't crazy. Like, oh, that yogurt's good. If you want a good yogurt, they got good yogurt there.
did you get the chocolate smash bar?
No, they had the chocolate smash cake just came out, but I didn't try it. Yeah, they got rid of the bar and now it's cake.
They got rid of the bar?
Yeah, that's a good chocolate bar though.
Is that where they have the cold brew with the churro?
I don't know. I don't.
No, it's not important. I don't get to have it. It won't be there. There will be new cold brews. Just sidebar. I love what Disney's done with the cold brews. It's become like the churros around the park. They have 5 or 6 different special ones that kind of rotate with the seasons. It's fun to collect them all. I think I had 3 on my last visit.
Yeah, I was just going to ask about that. You had like 3 or 4, I thought.
Yeah, I had the banana cream pie one, the horchata, and I think that might have been it. The previous trip, I had the cookies and cream, and that was amazing. I sucked like 2 of those down.
That's awesome.
Sucking down cold brews.
Yeah, that's a shirt right there.
You want to?
You want his candy cane for that?
You want to try out?
If you hear a crinkling,
if you hear a crinkling, then there'll be a sprinkle. Well,
oh, hey,
oh. Get back on track.
Do you like what we've done with the show, Corey?
Yeah.
Get back on track. So,
hey, wrong podcast.
that was Ryan's Christmas anniversary trip report. Very cool. And bummer you didn't get to try the food, but like you said, nothing really stuck out worth breaking your back to get. But
no, I'm sure there's like, oh, the Christmas popcorn was
the one at New
amazing.
Orleans.
Yeah,
I missed out on that one.
That was they could have added some more marshmallows. It was a little lacking on the marshmallows, but that's okay. It was amazing.
Was that the one with M&Ms?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, sorry. I'm just I guess I could have done this before, but also salt and straw, gingerbread cookie dough ice cream. Amazing. It was that's top 5 ice creams I've had. And I've had a lot of ice cream.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I have to check that out. Well, I won't be there next time, but
no.
Yeah, I was curious about that popcorn, and so what he's talking about is at the popcorn stand at New Orleans Square, by the fountain and going up towards Tiana's, had a special holiday popcorn where they just added mini marshmallows, right?
Yeah, and M&Ms. I'm gonna do it at the movies tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm
nice.
just gonna recreate and see what's up.
What movie? Out of curiosity.
Godzilla -1.
Yeah, I want to see that
last week.
Oh yeah, how was it?
It was good.
Is it hard to follow in Japanese?
Don't fall asleep.
Okay.
I learned that real quick. Well, not real quick. I went to a late showing last Tuesday. It was great. I saw 2 trailers. I was really excited for the Boy and the Heron. I believe I'm not huge on anime, but I believe this is like a famous director who did a bunch of their movies. His like last thing, and coming out of Wish left me wanting more plot wise and stuff from a movie. So I was like, maybe I'll check this out. And they had it dubbed with American actors. I'm pretty sure Mark Hamill's one of them. It was a very Hamill sounding voice, but it just looked like wild, cool animation. It looked like it'd be a fun story. Excuse me. Other one, I'm spinning on trailers now, but ISS, I just have to talk about this wild looking trailer for a movie with Ariana DeBose, who's just in Wish. They're on the International Space Station, US and Russia. They're like, we live in space, we're astronauts, we're all hunky-dory or whatever. Looking down, all of a sudden nuclear war breaks out and they have to separate to their sides. Both get calls from their government to take control of the space station by any means necessary. So thriller, whatever, all set in the backdrop of space with nuclear war going on the planet. Looked really, really cool visually. I wanted to watch that immediately. And then Godzilla was dope. Whole reason I went and watched it was because Twitter said they've been doing more with $15 million budget than MCU was with 200. I don't know if I fully agree, but I think it's kind of like, I don't know, with Star Wars, you got to go back to the practical for some stuff, trying to do everything in CGI just doesn't work. And I thought it was really cool. You could tell it was a figure at points, but they did good at blending it with the CGI. And
nice.
As I was spinning out on was that by the end of the movie, I started to nod off, and I quickly realized, when you nod off and you can still hear it, you're good. But when you nod off and you can still hear it, but you don't understand Japanese, you realize you need to keep your eyes open. So that was my trip to see Godzilla -1.
Nice. What is the -1? Is it like
so it's in reference to the story takes place just after World War II, and they make mention that the country was kind of in ruin from World War II and the bombings, and so it wasn't even like, basically when Godzilla hit them, they weren't even like back to normal. They were still -1. I think that was what they said.
Okay.
Like within the first year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to check it out.
So so the -1 is atomic bomb reference.
Yeah, and it is the movie is the 70th anniversary of Godzilla film. So
nice.
Yeah.
I'll check that out. But cool. Well, let's move on. So I got on our notes here, Christmas memories, and are we talking about kind of like Disney or parks or movie?
Disney parks, movies, universe. I don't know. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about, so I don't want to spin too hard, but I would just, for me, I love going to the parks at the holidays, and I love Muppets Christmas Carol.
Yeah, you can try to score some of those pops. Which today, as of recording, it's Muppets Christmas Carol's anniversary.
How many years?
31.
Did not look that up yet.
Wasn't I think they did big stuff for 30 last year at D23 and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's 31 because it's the same year as my niece. I think so. Shout out Tori back at the world. What about you, Corey? Any favorite Disney?
I have an ESPN one.
There you go.
I'm just joking.
It's Disney.
So you guys are always talking about doing ESPN. You did like one episode or something like that.
I mean, they do fun holiday stuff. Watching a lot of sports around the holidays, and I'm a big fan of year-end wraps and countdowns, just helping us remember what the hell happened in January and February.
Oh, speaking of which, I was going to ask you guys: did you guys look at your Wrapped on Spotify?
I did.
I've been saving it for a time when I can actually like sit and go over it.
I mean I meant the DU one, not your personal ones.
Oh, I have not.
I don't care about your personal ones. But
whatever, man.
It shows up on Spotify for podcasters.
I'm not even going to share it on my story. I'm just going to send it straight to All Aboard Podcast. You too can send your Spotify rap straight to All Aboard Podcast because he cares.
I care about the DU Wrapped. I looked at All Aboard's Wrapped. It's whatever, but memories. It was about 10 years ago. I went, and it was the end of November, beginning of December. I went with my friend, his girl, and his daughters, and that was a good experience to just hang out with them. We actually went to Trader Sam's, got to sit outside. There was a memory that wasn't like a great one. I was trying to show him World of Color, the holiday edition, and I just wasn't a fan. So when I'm watching it with him, we kind of left. I said, this is not really World of Color. And I don't know if you guys enjoy that holiday one. I personally don't. So we kind of just walked away from that show and did other things. But the other one was with you guys in 2019. That was a big one for me as far as the holiday, the Christmas time. Even though I was patient zero, still had a good time overall doing all that stuff. And just didn't get to do all the stuff I wanted to do, like drink the peppermint bark and all that. Any drink. I just water for me. Coffee, beignet challenge. I guess.
Walking to go see finding now there's too windy.
Yeah. Oh man. I got to see it. I always thought about you're talking about
well, we were walking there, and my friend was like, "Oh no, they just said they canceled it."
Yeah.
For the win. We're like, "What?"
I think it was Alex even. So it was Alex was like, "Yeah, it's Santa Ana wins." Everyone was like getting the stuff on their phones, and I was thought about that like after. This wasn't a thought before when I actually did get to watch it earlier this year. Was how like that fire happened. How crazy would that have been if that was my first time watching it in forever? I was always griping about it, and then that happened. That would have been epic, man.
When does that return? What was the date?
May 24th, I believe.
I'll just miss it.
But yeah, those are kind of what I got. But
that was a great time, though.
2019.
Yeah,
we're coming up on 4 years. Like it's like next week, right? Wasn't it? May, it was a little bit later than this in the year, like the 15th or 16th.
That's 4 years already.
It's been 4 years. 4.
That's crazy. That sucks.
Yeah,
that was awesome. What about you, Ryan? Any favorite?
Just going to the park at Christmas time. That's my favorite time of year to go, especially for the weather. Just coming from here, so shorts and a sweatshirt. Usually Christmas food everywhere that I'm having, and I knew It's a Small World at Christmas time is my favorite. Main Street, just hanging out on Main Street.
Ryan was a streaker,
dude. That video is crazy. I can't believe someone did that.
Coming to Disney Plus in 2024.
No, I jump into Jungle Cruisers real quick. That was also the lost footage, audio footage trip as well.
True.
So because that is my Hawaiian Santa shirt that I put the recorder in and fell right out. And that's when we saw Josh Gad too, right?
Yeah, that was that trip.
That's what I was talking about earlier in the show, or before we started recording. But anyways, yeah, the Josh Gad, the picture, very respectful. Just Josh Gad got the picture, not the other person he was with.
Yes.
So, yeah. I think that was like the most likes I had on Instagram. So,
yeah, that was cool.
Forget the show. Let's Josh Gad.
Yeah.
No, I too. I love the parks during Christmas. That was one of them. Even my most recent trip was really fun too because we went for Courtney's birthday, had Life Day, did the Snope, during Small World, and did my Spirit jersey thing. So that'll be my holiday thing. But also, it's always tradition to watch Mickey's Christmas Carol and all the, the artist skiing, all those Donald and what was it? Not Donald cartoons, but the Mickey's or Pluto's Tree with Chip and Dale. That's always a solid one. I love that. That's it. That little scene with the little Santa candles that Dale put on his head is in the line for Runaway Railway. That was a cool little reference. But now, of course, the one time I was lucky enough to get into Club 33 was for a Christmas party / Walt's birthday, so that's always up there.
Nice.
I've talked about that many times, so I don't need to dwell and all that anymore, but hopefully can get back up there soon.
Has anyone ever been there for a candlelight processional?
I have not. No,
I was technically there, just not in the park on Sunday.
I've been in the park, but did not see the performance. It would definitely. I don't know. I mean, I think it's something kind of like the flag retreat you should see once. And I'm saying that as someone who hasn't seen the flag retreat, but is told by you guys and others. So I think in that sense, it's something I want to see. Just the availability at Disneyland is so rough. So it might be something if I ever have a holiday trip to Disney World, because I know they do it for a few weeks over at Epcot.
Yeah. My niece saw John Stamos
he was just
it.
there this week.
And our friends, Kevin and Amanda, and it's in the comments, but they were there when Brie Larson was doing it the other week. And I'll read the comments that we got once we get to the some of our favorite moments of the year. So, I mean, that's it for Christmas moments for me. I don't know. I think we're kind of set on that. Yeah. But we do have some favorite just year-end moments. And I mean, this could be anything from like we all had park visits, maybe movies, anything. So I'm going to start with our guest, Jungle Cruiser. Is there any moments? We put DU. It's not necessarily of us, unless you could say today, right now, coming back here was one of your moments of the year. But favorite moments.
It wasn't. No, I'm just joking.
I know what it is though. But
yeah, you did mention it earlier. I don't get to go to the parks that often, and my love is for Disney parks. People, I mean, I do love Disney as a whole, but like the parks are where like my magic happens. And Adventureland Day, you suggested it. I don't even know when you suggested it. You were talking about it, and I had no plans of going. But once you incepted that into my brain, I was like, man, that does sound like a good time, And I ended up going in March, kind of solo from the family. And it's, going with the family, you can't really do the meetups and the podcasting. So you can try, but it's always like, oh, where are you? But I was solo, completely free to do whatever, kind of I wanted, to meet whoever and, go see Backside of Water, the live show, and just kind of just go to Trader Sam's and hang out for a few hours. It's supposed to be an hour and a half or 2 hours. They didn't kick us out. So we were there for longer than we should have been, which, is fine. So the whole trip that was all just before going to Adventureland Day the next day. And the park wasn't even busy. It was on a Sunday. You think it would be busy? It wasn't that busy. I've never seen it I don't know if I've never had that slow, but it was like we got to get on everything. And my energy level was up because, love my kids, but it's tiring, way more tiring with the kids than it is to go solo. So I don't know. That's mine.
And planning on going.
I am
2024.
I am planning on going in a few months. Already looking at hotels. I'm actually going with the family a week and a half prior to that. We're taking advantage of those $50 kids tickets. So we're going to do that. We're just going to do Disney for a day. We're not going to go to California Adventure, and then Legoland for a day because the kids are into Legos and they want to
Legoland.
That's never been. San Diego, right?
Yeah, I never been. Or Carlsbad. Or either way, it's by San Diego. Yeah, I never been to Legoland. I'm not too excited about it, but my kids are excited. So I mean, that's what it's all about, man.
Are you going to be at Disneyland on Adventureland Day?
I will be there. Yeah, you should go.
You gotta dress Mini JC up as a Jungle Cruise.
Oh no! I'm going solo. Adventureland Day is for Daddy. So a week and a half prior, we're gonna go, and then I'm gonna come back to AZ and then drive back solo to.
Oh hey, nice.
I'm wearing my Park Hop Friends Jungle Cruise jersey, which got a lot of play last year. A lot of people liked that. Everyone dressed like Indiana Jones or skippers. They're like, you kind of blend in. They saw the jersey, and I was like, yeah, this is where I got it from. All stemmed from Alex. Speaking of Christmas time, is first time I ever met Alex was 2019. He was talking about that site and Mattis Hatter back then. And I was like, oh, let me check them out. And finally, I was like, I'm going to buy a couple of jerseys. So I bought two. One was the Jungle Cruise and one was that the Oswald one. And they have a million other things that I just can't afford. It's just, there's awesome stuff. I just can't afford it.
That's a solid jersey. You kind of even customized it a little bit yourself. So
I did, yes. I added Jungle Cruiser to the back.
Hey.
With precision. Ironed them on. Yeah, I think it looks good, but that's personal. Not to toot my own horn, which I did all the time and all aboard, right? So, but yeah.
I got my horn, my whistle in my drawer house later.
I had that prepared, man.
I know.
Yeah.
Terrible. Yeah, I hopefully I'm planning on going. There's a lot going on around that time, but I really want to go because, just see some other friends, and it's just a fun time too. So
it really is, yeah.
When's Adventureland Day?
The first Sunday of March, so I believe it's the
third.
Third, yeah.
Third, yeah.
Let me see if my pass is good.
It should be if it ends in April.
No,
sometimes
it's a Sunday.
Oh, like blackout.
We have some Sundays, but we don't have all the Sundays. Let me check.
Oh, cool. Well, while you're looking, Alex, what are some of your favorite either park moments, any favorite movies, anything that you really stands out this year?
Oh, I don't know what really stands out. I was hoping we would read everyone else's comments first so I could talk about whatever they don't talk about. But
yeah, sure. So
I'll say podcast moments. Obviously, I always loved the Parks Draft. Was a lot of fun. But the highlight had to have been getting together with a lot of the Walt's apartment family. We're in the park. Neverland Clubhouse. We all came out to the Bay Area for MouseCon. We had a blast doing that. If you haven't already checked out that episode, it was a lot of fun. I think it's kind of listed as a bonus episode, not a DU number, just a bonus doo-wop fam bam jam. And then we had a blast out there, and it was good. Obviously, anytime you meet Disney friends in person, it's a good time. So look forward to doing that. Look forward to doing more of it in the parks. I still want to record on the train like you guys did, or just somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, I was trying to rack my brain for what we did earlier in the year.
Sure. So, I'm just going to echo. I mean, I could do that right now. Also, yeah, definitely MouseCon. It started in January with MouseCon in Bakersfield because I did a lifelong, I don't want to say bucket list, but you guys all know I was a big fan. Still am a big fan of like the old Mickey Mouse Club that was on the Disney Channel, like in the late 80s, early 90s. And I met 6 of them that were from my generation of the club. So before the Justin and Brittany era, it was the ones that started it, and they were 6 of them were guests at MouseCon. So I was able to meet them. We had Jennifer on before, and so this is the second time I met her. But they're all grouped up together, talk to me. We have it on YouTube. It's a great conversation, and just we're all adults now, but these were like kids I watched when I was a kid, and it was just like felt like they made me feel like I was part of the club, literally. So then fast forwarding back to November, like Alex said, just we did, me, Sean, Courtney, and Kelly from Neverland Clubhouse did the museum. It was their first time at the Walt's Family Museum, and then the karaoke at Epidemic with everybody that Alex turned into, pretty much he got it into a Disney karaoke, and about 85% of the songs were all Disney songs too. Like everybody was into it, and it was just a blast. And then the convention, which was fun. Listen to Tony Anselmo, the voice for Donald. But the highlight, you guys got to listen to the show because Alex, Cole, and Sam together, they kind of ran the floor and interviewed so many great people, including friends of the show like Matt Robinson and his wife Kayla, and we're in the park. So that I thought that can't wait to do that at D23. So that was definitely a highlight for sure for me. And I'm just going to read some of the comments. We actually did get quite a few comments, and I really thank Alex for actually kind of go comment on this because I always forget to do that. I just do the post, but I never do this. So speaking of Alex, we got his lovely, awesome wife Addie comment, and she goes, "I loved capital celebrating the Big Smooth's 40th birthday at Disneyland this year. Highlight was being with our almost 2-year-old nephew as he met Mickey Mouse for the first time, and Alex's saber build. I really enjoyed Across the Universe, even though it's technically Sony. So, yes,
Spider-Man Across the Universe.
And you want to kind of elaborate on? I know you did on your trip report, but once again, like your 40th birthday. I mean, that was a
huge highlight,
huge event.
10 years in the making. I mean, I guess 40 years in the making, but did a big group friends and family trip for my 30th birthday, and I remember right then I was like, we're gonna run it back for 40, do it again, and it was good. I had a lot of family and friends come, some with their kids, which was something I look forward to at my 30th trip, just kind of experiencing it in a different way. Who knew where I was going to be 10 years from then, but I knew I was going to be at Disneyland, and that was all that mattered, surrounded by friends and family. Had a lot of aunts and cousins come that I hadn't been to the parks with either ever or since I was a baby. So that was really cool. And yeah, it's just a blast. It was Halloween time. And it was great. Looking forward, 50th in Disney World. So look out for that, 2033.
And 45 at Alani.
Yeah.
for the DU Alani trip, whatever.
10 years.
Yes. Next comment comes from CLT 8635. That is my lovely girlfriend Courtney. She wrote, definitely had to be getting to build my very first lightsaber at Savi's workshop in Galaxy's Edge. All thanks to my awesome boyfriend, and I had the room all to myself. So yeah, that was really awesome. Alex also had, I believe, the room to himself, and he was building his lightsaber.
I did. It was very cool.
Did you get a video?
I think there were some videos and pictures taken of me. I had 2 people who were allowed to come in. Shout out to Savannah, is my good friend's daughter, who I've been to many Disney trips with her, and Christina. And they bought me a lightsaber for my birthday, and then my wife came in. So they both took pictures, and there's a good video somewhere on the internet of me running through a 2 with swinging my lightsaber as the fireworks were going off. And I think I was getting some good vibes from the crowd too. The people at the 2 were
I would need to see this video.
Yes.
I wish I could put it up right now. This isn't live anyway, so it won't matter. But maybe it'll show up on our Instagram feed when this episode goes live as best moments of 2023.
Yeah, awesome. And I did get video of Courtney building hers, so that'll be up very soon on Skywalking Through Neverland's YouTube channel. And I mean, you guys all know I was the single guy for so long, so I got to shout out to Courtney and her sister Kelly. Check out their podcast, Neverland Clubhouse, part of the Skywalking Network. But kind of finding that person this year has definitely been the highlight, and very special. We've been together for 5 months, and we've already been to the parks 4 times together. So
nice.
That's why you've seen a more mushier Joe, especially if you follow me on my regular Instagram. But so yeah,
Shout out to your green sweater, man.
Yeah. So definitely Courtney been my highlight. So enough of the mushiness. Love you, babe. Sorry. Next comment comes from our boy John Zancanaro out there in Wisconsin, where the Ducks in Wisconsin will be battling every year now with a new alignment, but he wrote.
Ooh, that'll be fun visit.
Oh yeah. He's like, after they did that, he's like, so do we go to Oregon or do we go to Wisconsin? I'm like, why not both? Every year.
I'm down to go to Madtown.
Hell yeah.
I'll meet you guys in Oregon.
Yeah. Nice.
It's a halfway point for us.
Exactly. So we'll can't even talk, work that out. I believe they start in Oregon next year. But he wrote, getting to go onto the baseball field during the Milwaukee Brewers Star Wars night to do trivia. That was very super cool. He came on our YouTube during Star Wars month and we showed off some pictures and he was selected, to be on the field. The Brewers are his favorite team. So, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, I remember seeing pictures on his Instagram from that. I'm pretty sure he's rocking an Ahsoka jersey.
Yeah, it was a shirt that was actually designed by a friend and former guest of the show, Ahsoka freaking Tano, very cool Ahsoka cosplayer that I met at Chicago at Celebration after Ryan had to leave. She designed a lot of the costuming groups wear like the button-up shirts that a lot of they just wear when they're not in costume and stuff. So she designed one that looked like Ahsoka's pattern, and this was the only time that was like available to the public. So yeah, he got spotted in that shirt and got thrown out in the field to do Star Wars trivia, which of course he won. So, so next comment, it comes from Amanda Richardson 524. Shout out to Amanda, half of the Where in the Park scavenger hunt game. Great game for those who love going to the parks, and not just Disney, but also Universal and SeaWorld and all that good stuff. But she wrote, so many great memories this year. Some of my favorite memories include seeing the Doo-Wop family at MouseCon in Concord and karaoke night, and attending the candlelight processional at Disneyland with a perfect view of the tree in Walt's apartment's window. That gave me all the feels knowing that he was watching the processional with all of us. That would be awesome. So I think she said they were standing kind of close to the Opera House, so they kind of saw Brie Larson and everything. But yeah, just that perfect shot of the apartment is what really got that. So that's very cool. I'd love to get down there one of these days too, to see that, just the tradition of it all. And last comment comes from Disney Girl Sherlock 94. Going to the parks in August with my friend who was visiting from Canada and hadn't been in a few years, seeing the 100th decorations. Also tried a breakfast Ronto wrap for the first time and Galaxy's Edge, in riding Runaway Railway in Toontown for the first time. I also did a Disney animated movie watch where I watched a few of the animated movies from each decade for the 100th anniversary. That's very cool.
Nice.
But all those are great ways to spend the year. Lifelong memories, not just from 2023. So thank you guys for sharing. That's super awesome.
Yeah, I would definitely be down to do a watch like that with the decades. I do appreciate that Disney Plus has nicely separated them like that for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to do a couple, just kind of quick. We're all big movie fans, so I'm just going to kind of throw these out here, like just real quickly for myself. I know there's like Diz Insider. By the time the show comes out, I think the Diz Insider Awards will have happened on.
Yeah, I was looking. It looks like it should have happened yesterday, but I didn't see it on their YouTube as of yet. So
yeah, but there's so
we
many...
don't know the answers. I was actually thinking of running through some of these categories, some of the bigger ones with you guys real quick.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Let's flip through. So yeah, the DizInsider.com, good friends of the podcast and the Walt's Apartment family, they put together their own Diz Insider Awards for 2023, which is really even kind of further everything under the Disney universe, as they're including video games in here, as well as a lot of FX and I guess Fox Pictures stuff as well. So the first category they had up, Best Villain. Zaw Ashton as Dar-Ben in The Marvels, Chris Pine as King Magnifico in Wish, Melissa McCarthy and Jessica Alexander as Ursula and presumably Veronica or whatever the other version of her is, Little Mermaid, Chukwudi Iwuje as High Evolutionary in Guardians, Tony Todd as Venom in the Spider-Man 2 video game, Jim Peary as Craven the Hunter in Spider-Man 2 video game, and Jonathan Pichet Delorme and Gabriel Bouvet. These are the VFX supervisors for the Boogeyman. So, I don't know. For me, it's Chuck Booty, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Easy for me. Yeah.
Not even really a close second. Only because I'm not familiar with the video game. What about you guys?
For me, definitely the High Evolutionary. Not only was the best villain of the year, but definitely probably one of the best Marvel villains ever. So
top 10 for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, he's
maybe top 5. I don't know. I listened to a great podcast Screen Drafts did with the Ringerverse, Mal and Joe, where they drafted their favorite MCU villains. Great idea. Anyway.
Yeah. but for me, it's not even close. Yeah, he's definitely the best villain of the year.
You see any of those this year, Corey?
I didn't. I haven't. I didn't even get to see the Little Mermaid with the kids either, but no. I don't really play much video games. I mean, I have a select few, but they're not Disney.
Best short film or series. This is a no-brainer. Once Upon a Studio, Carl's Date, I Am Groot Season 2, and Launchpad. I guess that's just like the Launchpad shorts on.
I did see Carl's Date.
Carl's Date was really good. If it did not come out in the same year of Once Upon a Studio, I'd say it was probably the winner.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen any of I Am Groot, unfortunately.
The little shorts, those are pretty good.
Yeah, they're good, but yeah, nothing really touches Once Upon a Studio.
Have you seen the Olaf ones? Was that this year that they came out or no? The
those have been out for a couple years.
Okay, so maybe my kids just recently got back into them because I saw them all. Those are great, by the way. If you haven't seen those, have you seen them?
Which one? No,
the Olaf shorts. Watch them.
Oh wait, those ones. Yeah, where he's retelling the stories.
Those are funny.
Yeah,
they need more of those.
Yeah,
he should do like Star Wars and Marvel movies,
or live action. Even he could do so much.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah,
we got a couple more on here.
Yeah.
Best ensemble cast series. This is a kind of a wider net of Disney properties. You got Abbott Elementary, Ahsoka, Bluey, High School Musical, the musical, the series, and Star Wars Visions.
Bluey.
I mean, hard. I've seen enough Bluey to be a fan, but
it's Bluey.
I'm going with Ahsoka, just because I thought, just alone, well, not alone, but two points. The Rebels cast was perfectly cast in the characters they played, and Hayden Christensen coming back as Anakin Darth Vader was iconic. So I'm obviously going with the Star Wars.
I said it last year, but it's got to be Abbott Elementary for ensemble cast. If you haven't watched that show, check it out. Great ensemble cast, like in the vein of The Office and Parks and Rec and things like that, but in a school. All right, let's get to the big ones at the end. Series of the year. No, we just talked about TV. No supporting actor. All right, movie of the year, streaming. Crater, Flamin' Hot, No One Will Save You, Peter Pan and Wendy, Rye Lane, and Stan Lee.
The documentary?
Yeah, I guess these were the streaming releases. I don't know what Crater is, but if it was that one, I can't vote for something I didn't see, so I have to say Stan Lee.
Did anyone watch that Peter Pan movie?
No.
Huh.
No.
Not gonna make it this year. Sorry.
I would have to say the Stan Lee documentary as well. I mean, all the documentaries this year have been pretty on fire. I've heard the Hot Ones or Flame with the one with the Cheetos was a good movie. I hadn't seen it yet, but I agree with you. If I haven't seen it, I can't vote for it. So I'm going Stan Lee.
Two more. These are, I think, the funnest category. Oh, I guess three more. Oh. Movie of the year, theatrical, Avatar: Way of Water, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Little Mermaid, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Elemental, Haunting in Venice, The Marvels, and Wish. No love for Haunted Mansion.
Boo! Come
That movie was
on,
awesome.
Disney Insider.
I could say I've
love you guys.
seen at least half of these. What about you, Corey? Any of them?
I've seen Elemental. That's it, I think. I would have definitely gone with Haunted Mansion if you mentioned that just now. I've seen that one as well. The rest of them, I haven't seen. I haven't even seen Guardians, so yeah, that's how backed up I've been. Talking about movies, by the way. So,
All right, how about you guys?
You guys didn't get the joke, but you'll get it on the re-listen. It's okay.
It's okay. I'm
Listeners
going
got
with
it.
Guardians Volume 3. I thought it was a perfect way to close out the trilogy, the quadrilogy, if you count the holiday special.
There'll be more.
But with this group, though, I mean, they're not doing it. So. There'll
sure
be
they
more
will.
Guardians, but this, yeah. But I loved it. So yeah, Guardians 3. And I would have voted for Haunted Mansion 2 under Guardians.
Exact same what Joey said. Guardians, but would have voted for Mansion.
I'm going to have to say Guardians as well. Yeah, I enjoyed the Marvels. Wish I had issues with. What else? I didn't see Avatar. It was between Guardians and Spider-Verse. And as much fun as I had at Spider-Verse, like Joe said, Guardians, he did a really good job of wrapping it up. And I'm going to miss him in the MCU.
I did see Spider-Verse, by the way, and I don't know. We'll have to wait for the third one, I guess, because the first one was it's phenomenal. Second one, I was like, well, what's going on here? I don't, and then I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, I liked it better than the first one.
No, I don't know. Maybe because I didn't know there was going to be a third one. I was just like, what is happening in this movie? It was just not like the first one.
Yeah, it comes out in a few months too. Like we don't have to wait that long. So,
sorry.
My mic.
Most anticipated series of 2024: Agatha, Darkhold Diaries, X-Men '97, Echo, Iwaju, which is the African animation company new project, and then The Acolyte, new Star Wars show.
We don't get an Mando next year?
I did. Last I saw is they're talking about making it a movie, but there's clickbait, whatever. I would anticipate that if it was, but based on what's here,
yeah. So and just it wasn't in production before the strike, so everything's that. Go. We'll start with you, Alex, on this one.
I'll have to say Iwaju, but close second, The Acolyte. Iwaju, I'm just excited to see. It looked like kind of African anime, like real cool animation and new stories. And as I kind of alluded to after Wish, I think we all are in search of new stories. We want Disney to get their groove back. Don't get me wrong, the movie hit with the animation and the music and the fan service, but so I'm excited for new things. And along with The Acolyte, what I've seen with recent Star Wars television, with Ahsoka, with Obi-Wan, and mostly with Andor, I'm excited with new stories outside of the Skywalker saga. So I think that'll be cool. And I wasn't even sure we were getting it next year, so I'm excited.
Right. Yeah, because we were supposed to get that was always going to be in the spring, but I think it's going to be summer or winter now because Skeleton Crew got bumped.
Did you guys ever get to see any of that at Star Wars Celebration? That was this year, right?
They did, but I was.
No, it was in London this year, so we didn't. Get to see it.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm excited for Agatha. I loved where WandaVision went, and I'm a big fan of Catherine Hahn, and I just say it's gonna be a fun show. So I would throw that, then Acolyte. And I'm actually looking forward to for Echo, because I think that does look pretty good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to all of them too. Anything stand out to you guys?
I'm familiar, I guess, with Agatha because I did watch WandaVision, but other than that, not familiar with most of what you just said. Sorry.
X-Men 97, shout out to that too. X-Men 97 is basically a continuation of the Saturday morning cartoon we all know from the 90s.
Yeah,
I wasn't around back then.
You were
Shut your mouth.
I think it started in like 90, 91. I felt it was like the back half of the G.I. Joe era.
Yeah, because
style.
This was my Saturday block on cartoons when I was in junior high school. It was in no particular order, but I remember Fox had The Tick, then X-Men, and then Fox for some reason would also show Gargoyles on Saturday.
Don't hate them for having a dope lineup.
Oh no, I loved it. Yeah.
Had to say it.
Yes.
So yeah, and then the last thing I had was most anticipated movie. I didn't know we're getting an Alien movie next year. Alien Romulus.
Oh yes.
Deadpool 3, Inside Out 2, and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
That looked pretty dope, but it's got to be Deadpool 3.
Yeah,
I mean
Deadpool.
Yeah, I'm a slave to the fandom. I gotta all the excitement and what's going on there. Him being in the MCU, it's going to be exciting.
Hugh Jackman.
But yeah, Inside Out 2 looks good. Planet of the Apes looks good. I'll probably see both of them in theaters.
So the new Alien movie is supposed to take place between the first and second Alien.
Okay. I wish we were seeing an overlay in the Great Movie Ride.
I know, right? Well, cool. There's a lot of stuff to look forward to, and I'm sure we'll get a lot more, as the year goes. But we're going to do something new, as this is our 7th year, going on our 8th. Holy shit, that's crazy. But we decided to finally do kind of like our own DU Hall of Fame, kind of like our Disney legends. They could be anywhere in the Disney universe. They could be Imagineers, filmmakers, actors, people that we think, basically people that we're just big fans of here, and we just want to, the little soapbox we have, at least give them a little recognition because we love them, and hopefully you do too. And so I believe this year, since it's our inaugural year, we each are going to pick 2 DU Hall of Famers. So I am going to start with the Son of Darkness, being that I think he's probably got the most obvious one. So, Sir, who is your first inductee? I should cue some music here.
Am I doing back to back?
Need something triumphant. For everybody who watches wrestling out there, I'm imagining the music they play for the Hall of Famers whenever they do the Hall of Fame presentation during the WrestleMania broadcast. I can't really hum it right now, but
or some Macho Man theme song.
Did they just do the pomp and circumstance?
Yeah, the graduation one.
Well, they put the headliners music on. We can worry about that because I know, as Joe said, there will be some music involved people in this.
Yes.
So Ryan,
your first inductee.
The first inductee of the DU Hall of Fame goes to the OG, the Disney daddy, the man himself, Walt Disney.
I think I say Elias.
I guess that also works. Yeah, the guy that we wouldn't be friends if it wasn't for him. But a lot of people wouldn't know each other if it wasn't for this guy. So, yeah, Walt Disney started it all. Yeah, connected all of us. Yeah, if it wasn't for him, the show wouldn't even be a thing. So, yeah, I don't know how much we were supposed to talk about our person or how.
Oh, whatever you wanted to say, that was perfect.
But yeah, no, it's a very obvious choice. Yeah,
Walt Disney. In the name of the show.
Yeah, he's
awesome. Well, that was a good one. I hit the wrong button because I lost my list with sound effects, but that's supposed to be a clap, not a drum.
I think
congratulations, Mr. Walt Disney.
Yes.
Welcome.
Your work has finally paid off. You're in the DU Hall of Fame.
He's going to be somebody someday. All right, Alex, I will go
Disney
with you
100.
next.
Let's see. For the first one, I can't remember if I already said someone I was going to do earlier, so I'm just kind of freeballing. But I think it makes sense to go with, I guess, if the Disney daddy, then the galactic daddy, the galaxy far, far away daddy, the maker, as they call him, George Lucas. Needs no introduction, needs no applause, but father of the Star Wars, as we know it, as an entertainment and piece of pop culture lexicon, and something that we are looking forward to now, year in and year out. Think that, or for what it's worth, I don't know, some people might not think that Disney's acquired it and it continues to make properties in the Star Wars universe. I know and I think all of us say any new Star Wars is better than no Star Wars. We love new Star Wars, so keep making it. And thank you, George Lucas, for getting it all started.
Yeah, and side note on that, like when Star Tours was the first time that they brought it outside property into Disney Park. So, I mean, it's been a long relationship, not just since 2015. So great choice. Corey, Jungle Cruiser, you get a vote because you were the original co-host.
Speaking of Disney daddies, Disney nephews, whatever you want to call this guy. His name is Robert, I think. Gurr. Bob Gurr.
Bobby G.
Bobby G. He's a Disney legend. I think he's a Disney. I don't know. He's up there. Speaking of Wedway, didn't he help with Wedway? All those things. Walter.
Yeah, Bob Gurr, designer of like the Doom Buggy, the Autopia car, the Matterhorn. Disneyland on the Move.
All the wheels. He said if he had wheels, he probably helped design it in some way.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Monorail. Yeah. Bob Gurr's that guy. And he still gets down. I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, he still plays basketball up there on the Matterhorn. So
Solid choice. He's going to be something someday too.
He will. This
is one of his biggest accomplishments.
Well, yeah. Thankfully now he is.
Gotta get started somewhere.
So my choice is somebody that already had a huge name for themselves before he did anything with Disney, but he has done stuff with Disney over the last couple years, and I crossed off a huge bucket list item of being able to see him this past July at the Hollywood Bowl, and that is, of course, the soundtrack of my life, the composer, the maestro, the legend, John Williams. I wasn't choked up. I literally just had my throat get clogged up, but
it's a natural reaction.
Yes, but John Williams is my choice. He has, like I said, he did music for Spielberg's BFG. He did the sequel trilogy with some of my favorite Star Wars music, March of the Resistance, Rey's theme. So he's still doing it. He did Indiana Jones still, and of course the Galaxy's Edge area music and fanfare. So it was no. If it wasn't Walt Disney, for me, there's so many choices, but being the fact that I saw this man live for the finally, definitely, he's my choice for the Hall of Fame. So. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
And circling back.
Very illustrious crowd so far. This is a group anyone would want to be a part of.
Oh,
We're going to have to think of like what sort of thing these people get. Are they getting, like gold jackets? Are they getting a ring?
They will be getting an Instagram post.
Well, yeah, no, there will definitely be a dope. I'm just saying, blue sky this.
Yes.
What would our Hall of Famers receive to denote that they are part of this illustrious group?
Yes, definitely.
What do you think? Is it a ring? Is it a jacket?
I think it's a hug, dude.
But something they could take with them and be like, hey, guys, just so you know, I'm a DU Hall of Famer.
Well, I'm just going to throw this out here.
These.
How about mouse ears? Mouse ears?
With the Hatbox Goat on it. The Hatbox Goat is our mascot.
I was thinking of a Hatbox Goat trophy. Maybe if we could find somebody that knows how to do some 3D printing or
maybe
something.
a piece of dynamite they can put in their mouth. That says,
So we'll throw that in later.
We'll have to find someone. I don't know.
We'll find somebody with 3D printer very soon.
A bronze dynamite that they can just be the Hatbox Goat and put the dynamite in their mouth.
Yeah, we'll work on that. Circling around, back to Ryan for your second inductee.
Sticking on the daddy theme.
Oh, jeez.
We got Luke and Leia's daddy, Hayden Christensen. I thought that'd be a fun one to throw in. Someone who got a lot of hate.
Jake Lloyd?
No.
Don't you mean Luke and Leia's daddy, Jake Lloyd?
He can go in next year.
Yeah.
But I think someone that got a lot of hate was along with a lot of number of people during the prequels, and it's getting the love now. It's been back for Obi-Wan, been back for Ahsoka. He's who I grew up with watching Star Wars. That was my Luke Skywalker for you guys watching Star Wars growing up. So I'm gonna go Hayden Christensen. I think he deserves it.
Solid, and he did have a hell of a year. So
at Disneyland, taking pictures with people.
Yeah, that is true. So
yeah, maybe we'll get him in an animated movie at some point too. I would love to see him spread his wings in other avenues of the Disney universe. But I'm definitely down with Sith Daddy Hayden.
the son of darkness.
The dad of darkness.
The darkness daddy.
The DD.
Oh, geez. Alex, your number 2 inductee.
Down. Well, I thought of this one on the spot since... it's a founding class, and it is the Disney Universe Hall of Fame. I think Jungle Cruiser is my the Disney Universe Hall of Fame. One of the founding members,
founding father,
Disney Universe podcast, Podfather.
Now I'm gonna get choked up.
Always great to follow whatever you're doing, and always great when you're back here on DU. So. I think you shall be forever enshrined in the pantheon of Disney Universe greatness.
So if I make my own 3D print. So just checking.
I mean, this show would not be going on without you. So I wholeheartedly agree with that.
I don't know if that's true, man. You had your blog.
Out of everybody here, you're the only one that could give a speech. So
I'm attainable. So. It's funny you say that because I thought of one on the spot too, and I actually just pulled it up. You guys have heard of Oscar Martinez?
I've heard of that guy. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, 60 years.
We're all foodies here. We should all know Oscar Martinez.
Yes,
he's my.
I think I got it last, but I got it. For those who are listening and don't know who Oscar Martinez, I'll let you go ahead and say it.
No, I think he is the longest tenured employee of Disney. 60 years he worked there. So and he retired. I don't even know how long ago.
Just pre-COVID?
Recently, right?
Yeah, like within 3 years.
4 years. I don't know if he came back after the closure, but
Carnation Cafe put Oscar's breakfast back on the goddamn menu. That was the best item you guys had.
They took it off? I didn't even know that.
It's been gone for since they took it away during COVID. It still hasn't come back.
He took it with him, I guess. I don't know.
No, he's
my recipe.
He actually one time I was at Disney with ex-girlfriend. Sorry, Ariel. And he came, did laps that morning. Said hello. Brought all the women flowers. Gave them a flower. It was awesome.
He's a player, man. I always see him.
He could have taken my girl. I would have been all good.
on the social media, in his scooter. So.
I'll just sit here and not eat Oscar's breakfast. Never mind.
I definitely have had encounter. He didn't give me any flowers or anything, but I assume he at least oversaw a great meal, breakfast at Carnation Cafe, one of the great experiences in Disneyland. And, seeing him walk around, especially in those later years, it was like you were getting to see a piece of the park that was there with Walt Disney.
Mm-hmm.
And not to refer to a person as a piece, but he is, it would be like meeting Bob Gurr or Tony Baxter, or I don't know if Tony Baxter was there, but any of these guys, R.I.P. Rolly Crump, who we lost this year, who were still living connections to Walt Disney. So, having that connection as an experience that I could say I had at Disneyland is just a little piece closer to Walt. So, yeah, that was awesome.
That was a great choice. Great choice.
What year? Just curious. What year did Bob Gurr start? Was he just before Oscar, or what's his like? What's the difference?
He was like beginning of Disneyland. I don't know if it was opening day, but I know the first stuff he was really getting credited with was, like the ride vehicles, Autopia, Autopia.
Before 59 for sure.
Yeah,
all the 59 attractions.
So at least like around that time or before. Either way, they're
probably before, like 56, 57.
Okay.
So it looks like I am going to close this out. Man, there's so many. Like this is a list we're way behind on. So there's so many awesome men and women that should be on here, and we will get to there. But I have to close it. I started off with John Williams, who was the soundtrack of my life, and I'm going to, I guess, choose this actor who's technically, I guess, would be the voice of my lifetime, and that is Mr. Jim Cummings.
I knew you were
doing voice.
Solid,
I was going to go with somebody else. I'm not going to say it because I'm going to save this for next year, but I just couldn't not choose Jim Cummings. Been doing stuff since I was a kid, still doing stuff now. Favorite characters, like Darkwing, and he's done so many of the Jungle Book characters these days, and Hondo and Akka. So I mean, he's still doing some of my favorite characters. So I had to choose Mr. Jim Cummings, and of course Pooh, Tigger. I mean, come on.
No women, boo. Super Saji, boo.
But that is a great inaugural list, starting with Walt Disney, George Lucas, Bob Gurr, John Williams, Hayden Christensen, Jungle Cruiser, Oscar Martinez, and Jim Cummings. Congratulations to all of you guys on making our.
I'm
first
so nervous. I'm
joking. Yours is a great company.
Hey, I have your prize for you.
It's already been fondled.
Because I will eat it.
Alex and I have taken it to town, but I hope you enjoy.
So this is awesome. I want everybody who's listening, please go on Instagram. Let us know. Of course, there will be a post. I can't wait to clip it all together and figure out what song to put. Living in the Hall of Fame, something like that. But let us know what you think of the inaugural class of the DU Hall of Fame. Title pending. Maybe we'll come up with something a little snazzier, along with jackets or rings or mouse ears for the recipients. And then we said we're going to do this twice a year. So when we get together mid-year next year, look out. Maybe we can have you guys nominate a couple people in the comments that we can let you put to a vote, and we can have the DU fan vote to join the Hall of Fame for our mid-year what do you call that? Mid-year induction next year.
Yeah, awesome. So before we wrap up, one thing I really want to do, and one of the big reasons to have Jungle Cruiser on here, other than just to talk to a good old friend that we haven't talked to in a while, sir, you got something brewing coming out real soon, and I thought
here,
it'd be sweet, but you want to let our listeners and friends know what you got going on, and especially people that miss hearing your voice.
So we kind of teased it at the end of All Aboard, I think. I don't know. I was trying to tease it without giving away too much. It was always in the back of my head. We're going to start a new podcast. Yoho Joe. We have one of the other engineers, Marianne. She's also going to be, or Marianne. She'll be, we landed a princess on the show. So it's going to be called.
My whistle.
We could still use the whistle. We're going to be beyond the railroad. I don't know it's still in the pre-production, but we're going to do movies that are also attractions. I know that seems like every one of them, but it's not. Starting with attractions that became movies, not the other way around. So that'll be coming out in May. I'm going to lift it off. I already started the Instagram. It's called Beyond the Railroad Podcast. speaking of annual or biannual or semi-annual, is we're going to do the Disney Pod Battle with the new podcast group or new podcast page. So guys, join up if you're a Disney podcast out there. That'll be in March Madness, just after Adventureland Day. So look out for that. That'll be awesome. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Very excited.
And we're going to go off the tracks with that. It's not going to be it's going to be 95% Disneyland, but there's going to be other things out there too, beyond the railroad. It's still going to be Disney mostly. But as we did, I'll tease it, as we did a lot in All Aboard, we talked a lot about Back to the Future. And it's not going to be, Back to the Future, themes. Just every once in a while, we'll throw that in there. So, because it has to do with the train. I don't know. We'll tie it in somehow, right?
Yeah, of course. And if not, I got my whistle.
Yeah.
So look forward to getting to know Marianne. So that'll be a lot of fun. So
yeah.
Well, cool, man.
It's gonna be good. So like I said, go to Beyond the Railroad podcast. That's the new page. So go follow that. And there's no real post. There's no post yet. So was that?
Oh, it's live.
The page is live. Yeah, I'm just trying to build a little following.
So and then you heard everybody go follow Beyond the Railroad podcast and send them your Spotify year in review. Your Spotify rap. Send it to Beyond the Railroad podcast.
If you have a Disney podcast, send me your personal Wrapped. if you're on Spotify for podcasters. So,
in fact, wrap it to your rap.
In Toronto rap.
Do a voiceover.
Do it. I want to see it. I'll send you mine. I don't.
Well, very cool.
We were the top 10 podcast for 20 people, I guess. I don't know. It gives you that kind of number. It's kind of cool to look at.
And is All Aboard page gonna keep going, or
the page will still be out there somehow? Yeah. So it'll be. I'll go back and forth. Currently, I run 3 pages, so I know that's nothing for some people, like Joey, 6, 7 page, 6, 7 podcast Joe.
You'll probably put a post and a link to Beyond the Railroad on All Aboard.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the artwork to finalize, so I'm going to post that and I'll start doing posts. But right now, it's just a picture of my train set that I have in my room. I'm a train model nerd now, I guess you want to call it that.
Sheldon Cooper. Well, that's awesome, man. No, I can't wait to. I'm really excited. So, but sweet. So. Before we do our little goodbyes and everything, we are going to be taking a little short break after this episode. We will be back most likely at the end of January. It's just about less than a month total. Either just before MouseCon in Bakersfield, which is the last week, or maybe we'll be early February. But we're only going to take about a month off at the longest. But just a little refresh, get ready for the new year and everything coming out. So,
baby new year every time. I can't help myself when you say that. It's a callback. Go back and listen to every episode of All Aboard and DU. You'll eventually come across that.
That'd be a good cross promo if they want to do a New Year pin or a shirt. Do Jack his baby New Year.
That'd be cool. Yeah. That'd be a good one. We got to talk to Josh Schaefer, our boy, the Disney guy, about something like that. So, but yeah, we'll be back either towards the end of January or early February. So, hope you guys all have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, and we would love to shout out our crew one more time. Alex, can you do that for us?
Big shout outs as always. Sean, John, Alfredo, Sasquatch, Jen from Florida, and Superfan. We got Monique, we got Tyler, and of course, pew, 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 it's Wedge Antilles. Shout out to the DU crew. If you want to be part of the DU crew, go to patreon.com/DU crew to join one of our 2 tiers.
Awesome. So, yeah, thank you, everybody. Again, if you're new to the show, Ryan, where can people find us now?
You can find us under the Walt's Apartment Podcast Network on Spotify and Instagram and anywhere else you listen to podcasts.
Yeah. They don't listen to podcasts on Instagram, but I mean.
Did I say Instagram?
You did. Yeah.
I meant iTunes.
All
meant
the
iTunes.
podcatchers.
Well, I thought you meant just to find the link. That kind of makes sense. Just find the link there.
Podcatcher.
I just meant
Podcatcher.
iTunes.
Do the podcatcher.
But awesome. And thank you guys. Thank you for allowing us to entertain you for another year. And we continue to do it. Look forward to doing it again and even more in 2024. We got a lot of fun things. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. But we got a lot of fun things that we'll be planning and doing this year. So I guess until next time,
may the force be with you.
Till infinity and beyond.
God bless us, everyone.
See ya.